Well, what did you guys think about that fossil video and that song? Did you know that it doesn't take millions of years to make a fossil? I've always been taught that. And now we know that you can make a fossil in less than 100 years, sometimes just 50 years. So that makes the Bible make a lot more sense now, doesn't it? Well, also today we're going to talk about another part of the ark story, and that is the rainbow. The rainbow. Do you guys like rainbows? I love rainbows, and I live in Hawaii, so I get to see lots and lots of rainbows all the time. We see rainbows here all the time. And it's how the sun hits the water vapor in the clouds. So if you have a storm in one section and the sun is shining in another section, when the sun shines through the water vapor from that cloud, it creates the rainbow. And in the rainbow are all the colors of the world. God created the rainbow and he made all the colors. So we're going to talk about that today. I have my color wheel. It's just a paper plate. I have some watercolors and some paintbrushes, and I have my water, and I have a paper towel. And I'm going to make a color wheel and show you how that just with 3 primary colors, you can make all the colors in the world. So we're just going to learn about primary and secondary colors. So the first color we're going to use the colors that are on the rainbow. The first one is red. Red is the first color on the rainbow at the very top. So I'm going to put red right here. And I'm going to put more red. I'm going to make it thicker. This is watercolor, just a cheap watercolor set. So it dries real fast. If you have squirt out paint, you can use that, and that's better. So the next color that's called a primary color that I'm going to use is yellow. Yellow is a primary color. And primary means it's the most important. It's number 1, primary. And when you go to primary school, that's first grade. Primary school is first. It's the first. It's the most important. So you can't go to high school till you learn to read, can you? Okay, so we have red and yellow. Does anybody know what the next primary color is on the color wheel? The next color is blue. Did you say blue? If you did, you were correct. I know my grandchildren are artists and they know all about colors. So they've done this before, I bet. So we have our color wheel. Now, let's make some other colors of the rainbow. Let's do some blending. So I'm going to, with this brush, I'm going to take a little bit of red and put it right here. Then we'll clean that brush. And then I'm going to take a little bit of yellow and I'm going to mix it together. Do you see the color I made? What does it look like? Does it look like orange? It's supposed to look like orange. Yeah. And then look, here's yellow and blue. What do you think we'll get if we mix yellow and blue? Okay, let's take the yellow and we'll put it right here. I'm almost out of yellow. I might need to get some more because I need lots of yellow. Clean my brush out. Got to clean your brush between each time because you don't want to mix the colors unless you want to mix the colors. Now, do you see what I made there? I made green. Yellow and blue made green. That's right. So now we have the blue and red. So I'm going to take my blue and I'm going to put it right there. And mix some more. I need more blue. Trying to take as much blue as I can get to put in there. Clean my brush again, and then I'm going to take my red. I'm going to mix it with my blue. And what did I get that time? Purple or violet. That's right. And I already painted my rainbow I have red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet. Roy G. Biv, blue, indigo, violet. But we're not doing indigo. Indigo is a different type of blue. So that's the colors of the rainbow. And if we keep mixing those colors together, we'll get all kinds of different colors. And if you look at nature and you just look at all the different plants and all the colors of the plants, you see so many beautiful colors. And these are colors that God made. God loves color. He's the most perfect artist that ever was. There's no artist that can compare to God. He is the best artist. I love to take pictures of sunsets and of beautiful flowers, and it's all God's handiwork. So you guys can color your rainbows. And I also used watercolor pencils. I don't know if you have those. And then I just smeared from one to the other. I did the red and the yellow and the blue, and then I added more red at the bottom to make the violet. So you just need water, and then you can smear those together. Or you can just color it with your crayons. That's okay too. So I sent another craft to you. I just saw this online and I thought it was precious because of the COVID. And it says, when the world stayed apart, this was my favorite place to be, COVID 2020. And so when we're stuck at home together, we can make something special. So I sent you different colors of construction paper. And I want you to use those colors. Those are the colors of the rainbow: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet. Use those colors to make handprints. So depending on how many people are in your family, like I know the Pickerings have 6 people in their family, so they're going to use all of these. The Hegsteds and the Penningtons have 6, and the Hegsteds only have 5. So they might want to, instead of using the pink heart, make a heart out of the purple, and they can put the heart in the middle there with their handprints. And then like Makoa's family only has 4 people, so you might want to make 2 hearts. You can make a blue and a violet heart on the bottom, and you can put 2 different things there. So what I did is I had my husband trace his hand. So his is the biggest hand. Start with the person with the biggest hand and use the red for them. And this is my husband's hand. It's as big as my face. That's a big hand. And then I made my hand out of the yellow, and it's a pretty big hand too. That covers my whole face too. But I made an in-between hand with orange, even though there is nobody here with that hand. I just made it so that I could have another hand. You don't have to do that. And then and then you start with the kids. The kids you might start with yellow, and then if you have children whose hands are the same size, like maybe Tristan and Anna, when you put it on, you can just put it on a little bit sideways, or bring it down some so that you can see all the hands. Now, doesn't that look pretty? And then the last hand is the baby hand. I made a little baby hand, even though we don't have a baby here. I'm thinking of Ari has a pretty little hand, and Keenan and Wilder and Matthew and Levi, you guys will have the pretty little baby hands. So you put that on. And then put your heart on the bottom with your name. And you can frame this, or you can just put some little holes in the top and hang it and have a nice little craft. And remember COVID, and remember the rainbow, that God made the rainbow. Do you know why God put the rainbow in the sky? What did he say when he put the rainbow in the sky? He said it was a promise, an oath, a covenant. He called it a covenant. Now, a covenant is a very important promise. It means I will not break it. I promise to the death I will not break this promise. And he said, every time you see the rainbow, you can remember that I will never destroy the earth with a flood again. And that's a promise. Every time we see the rainbow, we remember the flood, and we remember that God made it, and we remember that God will never flood the whole earth. Now, we have floods, don't we? We have floods. We've had flood warnings the past 2 months. You guys have had floods and tornadoes. but God said, I will never destroy the whole earth again by flood. So that's a wonderful promise. Boys and girls, I hope you have a great week and that you stay safe and that you remember God loves you so, so much, and His word is true and you can believe it. Have a good week. I love you.